Howdy, cowboy.
Hi.
Is this the Fred Mullins Double H outfit?
What about it?
I'd like to see Mr. Mullins.
Well, you can't, because he ain't here. What do you want of him?
I was with the Circle S outfit down in Texas. Lost for a while. Got the urge to drift, and I heard you're the best outfit to hire out to.
We're not putting on any hands.
I heard you might be putting on some for the roundup.
And you heard me, didn't you?
Yeah, but you're not Mr. Mullins.
Well, I'm Mr. Mullins' boss foreman, and one is all we need around here.
All I'm looking for is a cowhand's job.
All right, cowboy. Keep looking.
You're about the most sociable fellow I ever met. Get on your horse.
I'd say that's pretty good work, stranger.
Yeah, and me thinking all the time there ain't no Santa Claus. Say, we gotta hand it to you, fella. Ain't that right, champ?
Sure. Listen, if you was as handy with your mitts as you is with that cap pistol, you should have the title wrapped right up in your pocket now.
Did you say champ?
Sure, that's me. That's me.
Well, we
That's
ain't
me.
exactly the world champ, but that's because that big bazo's afraid to get in the ring with us. Why, Spike here would knock his feeder off.
You mean that you're Spike Sullivan?
Why, sure. The lightweight champion of the Navy himself.
I thought I recognized you from your picture in the Police Gazette. I'm sure glad to know you, champ.
Maybe you think Nifty and me wasn't glad to see you when we did, huh? What's the moniker, kid?
The what?
The name.
Oh, well, they call me Brick Loring.
Sir, Mr. Loring, I'm glad to know you, me. Why, I am the great Nifty Harmon. Why, I do's all the thinking for this guy.
Hey, what's that?
Down, nix on that. Pipe down.
Now listen, Nifty. Tell him about the time in New Jersey when I took the pride of the fleet.
Oh, sure. That was easy. Why, there's a third round, and to held him down
Hold
like
on,
that.
hold on a minute. Lorin, you think you can bring this fellow on into town with you?
Sure, I'll follow you in.
Not if I take a crack at that
Oh, nix on that, nix. We're going to leave plenty of cripples behind us after this tour without you pasting that fella. Come on, get in here. Come on.
Tried to make you Brick.
Yeah, Loring, we'll see you later. Come on, get in there.
Listen, every time it's
There you go. I know
Get
what
it.
I was going to do.
Now we'll get a look at the champ, boys. Come on!
Come on, smile, you chump. Smile. They're welcoming you.
You never can tell in this country.
Well, come on, let's get out of here. Come on. Hey, fella, hey. Thank you, friends, thank you. And the camp thanks you, too. Just a moment, folks, just just a moment. I am Harmon, Nifty Harmon the Great. That's fine, boys. And I do all the managing of Spike Sullivan, the champ.
Hey! Now listen, Mr. Harmon. Tell him when I get to Spider Kelly.
Oh, all right, boys. Now, I all know that you enjoy a good prize fight, but this is one you missed. Why, the champ had him down in the third round. Of course, you could have knocked him out sooner, but the champ had to carry the fight. Now, all I gotta say is, boys, that I can see that you're a live crowd. And I'm certainly glad to be here in such a glorious country. And you can bet your life that we know that we're mighty lucky to be here. Now, ain't that right, champ?
We sure was lucky.
Well, if it ain't just the man we want to see. I'm Nifty Harmon the Great. How are you, Sheriff? Meet the champ.
How are you?
Well, I can tell you fellas right now, there ain't going to be any prize fight.
Yes, sir, and I come pretty near not being any champ, too, Sheriff.
Couple of road agents got after us, Joe. Fast shooting young fellows come along just in time. Got one of them. He's bringing them in now.
Well, that'll ought to be enough fighting to hold you two for a time. There's a law in this state against prize fighting, and I aim to see it upheld.
Why, Sheriff, you don't mean to think that we figure on putting on any prize fights, do you? I say not. Why, I wouldn't think of letting me, champ, murder one of your boys. No, sirree. All we figure on doing is putting on a little exhibition of the manly art of self-defense. Now, ain't that right, champ?
Sure, me. I don't want to break no laws.
Well, don't try it then, because if you do, I'm giving you warning. It'll end up by you breaking big ones up into little ones.
Sheriff, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Well, I mean the rock pile.
Now, come on, fellas, forget it. We're setting up the drinks. The drinks around the camp. Come on, boys. It's all over Well, give us the best you got in the house. Around the camp. Clear on the camp. What's your name? Hank, Nifty's the name. Nifty, Hank, take hands of the camp. Camp, take hands of the Hank. Howdy. How do you do, Mr. Nifty? How do you do, champ? How are you, champ? I'm glad to meet you.
Quite an event for us, Mr.
Nifty's the name. The great Nifty Harmon.
Mine's Fred Mullins. I own the Double H outfit.
Mr. Mullins, I'm glad to know you. Glad to know you. Take hands of the camp. Camp, this is Mr. Mullins. Glad to meet you.
Say, wasn't you kind of free with that talk about not wanting your fighter to murder one of our boys?
What, you mean to say that he couldn't?
I got money says he can't.
Say, where is this guy that you think is so good?
Why, he's Jock Malone, my foreman.
That's the boy. Jock. Well, how much are you betting?
1,000?
1,000. Aha, you're only whispering. Just whispering.
This is not about the time about making him doors down in Atlantic.
Now, nix on that. Nix on that. I'm doing the thinking. I am doing the thinking. Now, how much money did you say you were betting, Mr. Mullins?
1,000?
Why, you must be afraid your boy hasn't a chance, Mr. Mullins.
I'll double it.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
And I guess the rest of the boys in my outfit can make a little noise.
I got 200. I'll make it 400. I'll take that bet. I'll take anything up to $23. I'll take that bet. How much have I got coming, Mr. Mullins?
3 months.
Goes on our boy. That's the bet. That's the bet. Take that now. Come here, Jock. Guy. Here he is.
Now we'll see. Meet Mr. Nifty Harmon, manager for the champ.
Ah, Jock, I'm glad to know you. Glad to know you. Take hands to the champ. Champ, this is Jock. How are you?
So that's the champ.
Say, you must think you're too good for the champ of the Navy, huh?
He must mean the Swiss Navy.
Now, next on that next, wait till you get him in the ring. When you get him in the ring.
Listen, I'll take 1 second of the guy, I'll slaughter him.
Now, Nick.
Ah, lay down, Sullivan. You used to be a good fighter, but you can't take it anymore. Why, when I get through with you, you'll look like a wet shirt hanging on a line.
Let me out. Pipe down. You understand? Pipe down. Now, let's get down to business. Who's going to hold these stakes, Mr. Mullins?
Hank looks honest to you, don't he?
Okay. Now, let me see the color of your money. Let me see.
I got mine right here. You...
That's mine. That's right. Bring it up. Let's see you guys. Come on if you want to get a bet in here. How much you got down here? Bring it on.
What'd you say this young fellow's name was?
Rick Loring.
Oh, Loring. Well, come on. Hop down off there. There you are. We'll look after you. That was sure fast work, young fellow. Cosgrove is my name, and I'm mighty glad to shake your hand.
Glad to know you, Sheriff.
Anytime I can do anything to help you, Loring, you just let me know.
You don't know where a cowhand could get a job around here, do you?
Don't figure you ought to have much trouble finding an outfit. Oh, Miss Jean. Come over here a minute, please.
Yes, sir.
I want you to meet Brick Loring. Miss Mullen and her uncle run the Double H.
How do you do?
I'm glad to know you, miss.
See, he's sort of wearing my boots today. He rounded up this road agent when he was trying to stick up the stage. He says his regular job is cowpunching, and he's looking for an outfit to hook up with. I figure he'd be a mighty good hand to have. Well, I'll see you later, Loring. Come on, you.
I'll speak to my uncle about you.
Thanks just the same, miss, but I've already seen your foreman. And he says he's not putting on any new hands.
Oh.
Hey, don't worry about me licking him. Why, he's just right for the right fella to come along and knock him loose from his belt.
All I'm hoping is that you're the right fella.
I'm betting on you, Jock.
May I ask how you happen to be in this country?
I never was much for staying in one place very long. Always figured it was a good idea for a fellow to keep moving. Seeing different things and meeting new people.
And you don't expect to stay here very long.
Well, from what I've seen here, I think I'm going to like it.
But you haven't seen anything.
Oh, yes, I have.
Uncle Fred. This is Brick Loring. He's the young man who brought that bandit in.
Nice work, boy. Yeah. Quite a hero. When do you find time to punch cows?
Oh, you know our foreman?
About as well as I want to.
He asked Jock about joining on.
And I suppose after I told you I didn't have a job for you, you're trying to talk yourself into one with Miss Mullins. Trying to make yourself out mighty big, ain't you?
That's not so.
I don't think I'd want a job with your outfit after meeting you, because I don't like you, even a little bit.
I ain't asking for your opinion.
Well, I'm giving it to you.
Well, I don't want it. If you're smart, you'll keep your gabby mouth shut.
Well, if I was you, I wouldn't do so much talking either.
Well, you ain't me.
Well, I've got that much to be glad of.
Why, you...
No, they'll let it drop.
I'll drop him if you don't let it drop again.
You think you're that fast with your draw?
Well, I don't need a gun.
I'm sorry about this, Miss Mullins.
You're sorry? How about us?
There went my saddle.
Yes, mine. Hold on.
Just a minute, boys. I got an idea. Lauren, that job you were asking Malone about, it's yours. Yes, sir. You're working for the Double H. Oh, let me have him. Don't you know when you've got enough? That was just a lucky punch.
Lucky? Lucky for us that he handed to you instead of the champ.
You would have landed that blow on the champ, he'd wake up here in the birdie. You ain't going to let him fight, Sullivan.
Me?
You don't think we're going to take another chance on Jock, do you? You're the only chance we got.
Not me. Fight the champ? You must be crazy.
Why, we bet our shirts against Sullivan. You're not going to turn your friends down, are you?
But I'm no fighter.
Well, then I hope I never see one.
Cowpunching's my business.
Son, we ain't gonna let you waste that punch on no cow.
But I don't want to fight. I don't like to fight, especially a swell fella like the champ.
Of course you don't. You're yellow.
I'm what?
We know you're not. But it might look to some folks, Brick, like you were afraid of Sullivan.
But Mr. Mullins.
Afraid to you, Brick. Come on, boys. I'm going to set 'em up. Come on, Brick.
You bet. Come on, Brick.
I don't understand you, Miss Dean.
Well, you can't expect me to feel sorry for you. You're always carrying a chip on your shoulder. I'm so glad somebody made such a good job of knocking it off.
Listen, he couldn't do that to me again in 100 years. Sullivan will kill him.
Oh, I'm so glad it isn't going to happen to you, Jock.
Well, I'll see you over there at the house, Spike. All right. Hi, hello, cowboy. Hey, fella. Wait a minute. I want to talk to you. So you figure that you can beat the champ, huh?
Hey, you know as well as I do Sullivan's washed up. The first good guy he runs into will knock him out.
You think you're the guy to do it, do you?
Yeah.
Why don't you make me a bet, then?
I lost my dough in a faro game last week.
Well,
a good, smart fellow like you could get his dough back if he'd bet on the champ. And the champ would win.
I told you I didn't have any dough to bet on myself.
Well, you wouldn't expect me to put up the dough for you to do that with, would you?
How much dough did you expect to loan me?
Tell you what I'll do. Suppose I put up about 400. Well, we'll make it 750 for you on the champ. If he wins, you collect. Of course, if he didn't win, why...
Listen, Harmon, you put up that money for me, and I'll guarantee the champ will win.
Well, come on. That'll be enough of that. Let's get down the road and do a little work. Come on. This my horse?
Yeah. Hey, you sure you don't want a buggy to go with that horse? It's easier riding for a fellow that isn't used to riding in the saddle.
Hey, listen here, young fella. I was brought up on a merry-go-round with sweet music on the side.
Music, huh?
Yes, music. All right, champ, let's get going.
Something tells me he's going to take a heap more walking when he gets off that merry-go-round.
That's enough, Pete. Look at that.
If it's good enough for Spike Sullivan, it sure ain't gonna do you no harm.
Well, what are we training for, a fight or a foot race?
You think you was gonna fight on horseback? Brick, you're the most ornery cuss I ever knowed. How do you ever expect to be a fighter if you won't train?
I don't want to be a fighter. You fellas got me into this, and I'll see it through for you. I've punched your bags and skipped your ropes till you'd think I was training to be a toe dancer. But when it comes to wearing out shoe leather to save a saddle, well, I quit.
Oh, all right, darn you. Well, who'd have thought that darn horse was so frisky? I'll pay you for the shoe leather. Come on, you camel. Hey! You're just the fella I want to see.
Well, you sure couldn't have picked a better time. And if you're taking that horse for a walk, how about letting me climb on?
Sure, you can have the plug as far as I'm concerned. I'm through with him. Hey, I thought you were out for exercise.
This isn't my idea.
Oh, I suppose you're after, huh? Wait a minute. What? All right.
How's he getting along, Pete?
Oh, he's doing all right. But did you see that kid's face when that horse showed him his heels? Yes, just what the ornery young cuss needed.
Uncle Fred, do you think he has a chance with that fighter?
Chance, Miss Jean? Why, that boy's left his dynamite.
To say nothing of his right. Hey, Pete.
I'm telling you were right about it. He can hit like a trip hammer.
How much did you say you bet on that fight, boss?
Why?
Because you can kiss your money goodbye in the third round.
What are you talking about, Jock?
Would you really like to know, Miss Jean?
Hey, wait a minute. Stop this thing. Stop it. Hey, you better walk up there by yourself the rest of the way. Won't look so good if they see me with you.
Much obliged to you. You're a big help to me.
Well, aren't we going to be a big help to each other?
Oh, you mean that bet?
Yeah.
I've been thinking it over, Nifty. And just so you won't lose, you can put your money on me instead of the chance.
What? You mean that?
I mean just what I said.
Why, you big sap, you're licked already.
Well, if I do lose, it won't be your way.
You never heard him say he'd accept the money. He wouldn't do that.
You're darn tootin' he wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't wait until he lost my money before I'd admit he was a crook.
You can't say that about him.
All right. You'll be saying it when he left Sullivan with him.
I heard you've added this to your training.
Pete's going to make a regular prize fighter out of me if he has to kill me to do it.
I wish you weren't going through with it, Brick.
I haven't much choice.
Oh, yes, you have. Let Jock fight him.
And have the boys think I'm yellow?
I'd rather have them think anything. What they might think if you should lose.
What do you mean?
Jock said he overheard what that man Nifty said to you about betting money for you on the chance.
Oh, Jock said that, huh? You don't think I was serious, do you?
No, of course not. But if you should lose.
Don't worry. If that's what they think of me, I'm not going to lose.
Well, it won't be my funeral when he lays it down to Sullivan. If you boys want to collect those bets of yours, let me fight him.
It don't sound like Brick. We haven't heard his side of it.
All right. If you fellas want to believe what he tells you, but don't say afterwards, I didn't tell you so.
Your hearing's pretty good, isn't it, Jock?
Yeah, it is.
Well, you listen to this. It doesn't matter much to me what you think. But you men can't believe what he wants you to. Sure, I was out there with Nifty Harmon. He came along after you ran away with my horse, Pete. And I stalled him about his proposition so he'd give me a ride back at the ranch. I didn't tell him till after we got here that he could do his betting on me.
Well, I believe you, kid. Well, that's easier for you to say than it is for me to believe. I wouldn't trust you against Sullivan.
You're spoiling for a fight, aren't you, Jock? Well, you've got one coming, see? But it's not going to be with Spike Sullivan because I'm fighting. And I'll whip the first man that says I'm not.
All right, kid, all right. We know you're kind of handy with your fists when you want to be. But we're pretty handy with this.
And that's why you better be sure you don't lose.
Is that the way you feel about it, Mr. Mullen?
That's the way we feel about it, kid.
Why don't you get yourself married? Well, I think... Oh.
It's a good thing we were not standing sheriff like Jim Castro in this county to put a stop to what's going on. Price fight.
How do you do, boy? How do you do? How do you do, lady? How are you? My, but you look gorgeous. Nifty's the name, Nifty Harmon. How do you do?
I don't care to know you, Mr.
Mr. Harmon.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you. I watch you every minute. I know what you're going to do. You're going to hold that fight in secret. And there's nothing going on that I don't find out about it. You just try it. You just try it. Huh. Huh. Come on, Miss Jones.
That's enough of that now, Brick. Better take a little rest for a couple of hours. Well, gee, I got to do something to keep busy, Pete.
Hey, you're as nervous as a fool prima donna, ain't you? Cut it out. Come on with me while I get some chow. And a cup of coffee will be good for your nerves, too.
I've got a surprise for you.
Well, what is it?
Well, where did you get them things, Miss Jean?
I made them.
You made them, Jean?
Yes, Uncle. I saw the picture in the police gazette.
Thanks. This is just what I need.
Good luck, Rick.
You'll excuse us, won't you, Miss Jean? But can't let the next champ catch cold, you know. Here you are, Rick, there. You can come with us if you want to, but I got to keep it moving, you know.
Still gonna let him fight, huh? I'm going to make him fight. Everything ready in the barn?
Boys are putting the ropes up now.
Plenty of time.
Over and down, Blackie. I want to talk to Hank.
Hey, Joe.
Hank, you're a friend of mine, ain't you?
Bet your life.
Where's this fight going to be?
Didn't know there was going to be a fight since you called it off, Joe.
Oh, I'm only a servant of the law. Here's 50.
I knew I wouldn't tell you, Joe.
Oh, Hank, you got me wrong. I want you to bet this for me on the fight.
Well, you know, it looks pretty good to me, too.
Sure does. Now, unofficially, man to man, where's it going to be?
You're a pretty good fella after all, ain't you, huh?
Sure I is. Say, where are they going to hold it?
Hey, Doc, what are you doing here? Boy, we'll need you an undertaker. Say, you better put me and sit down. If you don't, I'll knock you down. Yeah, you'll find out who the best fighter is. Wait down, I'll knock you down. Hey, that kid needs it. Better than an undertaker. Say, if you think that champ can lick that 10, put up your coin. I'll bet you $50. I'm seeing that 50 and raising you 50 more. I'll raise you 50. I'm looking at that 50 and raising you 50 more. I got your bet.
How do you feel, Sam? How do you feel?
I'm a toad.
That's the boy, that's the boy. But don't get the idea that this cowboy's any sinner. They tell me he's dynamite.
Ah, yeah, just watch me blow him up.
That's what I'm going to do. Watch.
Well, is the other guy in the ring yet?
Not yet.
No, well, let him wait. Who's the champ around here anyway? Come on, beat it. Tell me when he's in there.
Watch his step down. Keep that left right up into his face, you understand?
Don't worry. When I hit him, they stay hit.
Hey, you better go ahead and sit down before I knock you down. Hey, here comes Lorraine now.
You listen his face, son, and don't worry. Don't worry. Come on, kid. We're waiting for you.
You gonna wish me luck, Gene?
Well,
You're coming in, aren't you?
What did I tell you last night, Gene?
I don't care.
Now listen, Gene.
I'm going
Oh,
in.
well, come on. Hurry up. Over there.
All right, boy. Look, you cowboy. How you feeling, kid? Not so good, Pete. I got sort of a cramp feeling in my stomach.
That's funny. I got the same thing. Nerves, I guess, always hit you in the stomach. Don't you worry about nothing. You just listen to me, do you hear?
Ladies, this exhibition is going to be a finished fight. Under the Marquis of Queensberry rules. In this corner, 145 pounds, the pride of the Double H range. And in this corner, at 155 pounds, the champion of the best Navy in the world, Spike Sullivan. Now listen. I don't... Wait a minute. Hey, lady, this is no place for a lady.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Hey, what did I tell you last night? Shut up. If the sheriff of this county can't stop this fight, I can.
All right, sit down over there and see if you can stop it. Now listen, you guys. Just like this. This is what I am. I don't need to tell you that this is a fight and not a wrestling match. So keep out of the clinches and drink when I tell you to. The first guy that pulls his dirty work will disqualify him. Now get to your corners and come out fight.
Now, take it easy there when you get in there now. And watch that left. Keep it right there. Now, listen, kid.
Body, will you?
Don't get nervous and use that left hand. When he gets in close, work on his stomach. You hear me? Force him all the time.
Your right hand, kid, right hand. That's it, that kid. Put the old man out of it. That's it. Come on, Spike. Boy, tell up. Come on.
Be sure bad medicine for a stomachache, Steve.
Did you hear what he said about stealing bad? Alibiing already.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Or don't I?
You're a
All right, I'll let you in here. Now, sit down.
Listen, I'm just feeling them out. Nifty, I'll get him this round.
Now, we're all for you.
Get out of here, Jock. Come on, get out of here.
Got it, boy.
Bet your life you're going to see it through.
Don't you mind, kid? Don't leave the opening again. Take it cool.
You're all right, kid. Now, kid, go on. Get in there. Go on, kid. Go on.
I guess you just one cut out to be a fighter.
Well, that was good work, Mercer. Now, how about collecting those bets, huh?
No, you won't.
We think it's a frame-up. It's a frame-up, that's what it is.
Put up that gun, Fred. What are you trying to do?
I aim to cancel all debts. That wasn't a fight, it was a frame-up.
Sure, why you lie, you bunch of stiff...
Why, certainly. They just saw because they bet on the wrong side. He ain't looking for no alibi. You wouldn't believe it anyhow. I told you he had cramps when he got here.
I had cramps for $750.
Look out, what you say about these bears, Sheriff?
How about it, Doc? Well, we'll take them into the harness room. I'll examine them there.
Oh, you're too soft, Joe. We know what we're doing.
Well, it's up to the doc now. If he finds Loring as I think he is, all bets are going to be paid. Gambling debts are legal in this state, but prize fighting ain't.
Lay him there, Pete. Does that hurt you? No.
Spike, you and Loring both are under arrest. Thanks. How about those stakes you're holding? Where are they?
Got most of them locked in the safe uptown, except the bet that Nifty Harmon covered. Got them here with me, Sheriff.
Well, I'll take those.
Just a moment, Pete. Oh, that hurts there, Doc. Oh, come up slowly. Slowly. I can't stand that.
You, Spike, go get your clothes on.
Sheriff, wait a minute.
I thought so. Pretty bad, eh, Doc? Well, I guess I was just too tough for you.
Oh, is that so? The kid ain't well or you wouldn't have lasted 2 rounds.
Get in your clothes.
All right.
What are you, the nerve of these guys thinking I had to turn crooked to beat an amateur like him? Yeah? You and that manager didn't feel that way about it. When he offered me $750 to lay down on you. Why, use his bug house.
Ah, that ain't on the level. I'll see you when you get your clothes changed.
Wait a minute. That's why I turned you down, isn't it, Nifty? Because it wasn't on the level.
Oh, I was just kidding you. I was just kidding you.
Hey, what do you mean you were kidding?
Well, listen,
What do you mean
well,
you
let me
was
tell you, it was
kidding?
like this. I
Go on, tell me.
Well, that's what I'm trying to
Go
do.
on, tell me.
I'm trying to tell
Oh,
you.
you did it then, huh? You thought you had to turn crooked to make me win, did you? Why, you big bum.
There. Stop it.
Let me take one more crack at that photo, and I'm going to jail for life.
Stop it.
How about him, Doc?
Why, the boy is badly hurt. He wasn't faking.
That's enough for me. I never had any doubt about you, Loring. Not your fault. Sullivan's a better man than you.
Well, then how about paying those bets? They're legal, ain't they?
Sure.
Thanks.
How about my split?
Oh, all right. But you'll be sorry about this when it's all over, champ. But I ain't the guy that holds a grudge. No, sir, not me. There you are.
You'd better get out of here before I lose my temper.
Don't go that way. That mob's ugly. You better go out through the window. And when you get going, keep going.
Quiet. This fight was on the square, and all bets stand.
We won't stand for this, Joe.
Wait a minute, wait. You weren't going to leave without talking to me first, were you?
Well, what have I got to talk to you about?
Well, just give me the money you promised me if the champ won. I want it for him.
Oh, well, now listen here, Jock. We won't stand for
Doc, those punches in the stomach couldn't make me feel like this. I felt sort of weak and had cramps before I got in the ring.
Well, I wasn't in no fight, and my stomach is burning up.
Well, what did you eat before the fight? Just coffee. Coffee? Why, coffee never gives a man cramps. Unless, I'll fix something up that I think will relieve you both. Yeah, it was funny, kid. You was going great. Then in the second time round, you seemed to lose all your steam. One punch in a breadbasket, champ, and I just welded. Yeah, I noticed when I sunk that left, I knew I had you. I knew I had you, kid. Now I want you to drink this. There, that's enough water. Just let me stir it up. Now drink it.
Yes, I can keep quiet. These men are my prisoners, and nobody's going to lay a hand on them.
I don't like that rumpus out there, boys. You fellas get out of here before something happens. Me and the dog will take care of that coffee business. Come on, get out of here in a hurry now. Don't stall around.
Well, now listen, Jock. I don't fall for that. I want the dough. Oh, don't make me laugh. Give it to me. Sorry, get your hands off of me, you chump cowboy. Oh.
What happened to you?
He's got the roll.
They're gone! They've got away! They've gone away!
Come on, boys.
Did you just get to him like you tried to get to the kid? Oh. Hey, wait for me!
You fellas have got this all wrong. Yeah. The kid was poisoned before the fight. Joe, you follow me. Come on, Gene. You fellas can't get away with this. I'll make every one of you pay for it. You understand? Every one of you.
Ain't that?
Hurry, Gene, hurry.
Kid. I wouldn't want to fight you again if you got that mad.
You couldn't stay 3 rounds with your pal Sullivan, but you could make a good job of it licking Jock.
That's what
Too bad for him. Too bad he didn't bribe you, too.
That's a lie.
Nobody bribed him. Listen, Hughes, me and the kid are square shooters.
Here's a six-shooter. Says you're a couple of crooks.
bet you're lying.
Out of this country, we don't handle your kind with gloves. There's a tar and feather party waiting you two. Take 'em, boys.
Get it.
Come on, boy. Get 'em. Come on. What's the matter with you? Get 'em.
Come on, Cap. Give us home.
What's the matter with you? Come on, can't you get 'em?
That's enough of that, men. Stop it. Stop it.
You fellas can't take the law in your own hands. Till you can't get away with what you did back there in the barn. Somebody's going to pay for it.
Stay where you are, Jock, or I'll drop you. Take that coffee. I'll drink it. Drink it.
What's the matter? You afraid of getting cramps?
What are you fellas driving at?
I'm going to prove what I said in the first place, that the kid is a great fighter. Jock poisoned that coffee. Now you know why he couldn't take them punches in the breadbasket.
You can lock him up for robbery, Sheriff.
That's the role he took from the yap that was me manager before I fired him. Listen, Hughes is gonna like me with me because I'm gonna rock you to sleep every night.
Stop it. Stop it.
Fred, you're right about one thing. There's no contest and all bets are off.
Well, what about arresting Brick and Sullivan?
What's the arrest him for? There's no contest. There couldn't have been any fight.
Sheriff, of all the cops I ever met, Hughes is the first one I can take a liking to.
Come on, you.
Brick, I've been pretty much of a cuss, but I'd like to make it up to you if you let me.
Forget it, Mr. Mullins.
Fred, to you, Brick.
And we're all friends. That's great.
Spike, I'd like for you to meet Miss Mullins.
How do you do?
Pleased to know you, Miss Mullins. So you're the kid's girl. Well, what do you think of that? What do you think of that?
Well, I hadn't thought about it.
Stop your kidding. Stop your kidding.
Miss Mullins is my boss.
So is me missus. But being a family man is great training for the fight game.
I've had all I want of the ring.
Wait till you just put one on a finger. You'll be in training for the rest of your life. What do you say, Uncle? All we got to do to keep the kid in good condition is for you to give him your okay. What do you say, Fred? Hey, wait for me!